Today on The Finish, it's deja vu for the Vision as Braun Breaker is benched. We break down how this could impact WrestleMania.
Plus, the self-proclaimed greatest celebrity wrestler of all time puts on a Super Bowl halftime show for the ages. We look back at Bad Bunny's last in-ring match and predict what's to come.
And we're breaking down the worst WrestleMania moments of all time. All of that and more today on The Finish. Welcome back to The Finish, right here on Kor and Tor Plus and YouTube now.
Let's go.
I'm Corey Smith.
And I'm Tor Smith.
Tor, we got a lot to get into. As always, we start this week with somebody on the injury list. Braun Breaker, he's out.
Man.
He's got hernia.
What?
He lifted too much weight.
Too much weight.
He was just so brute. I don't know.
He's too strong. You're too strong, Braun.
So
put the weights down.
Basically, what happened this past week on Raw, when the show came to be, they said Braun Breaker suffered a hernia surgery because he was just so mad. And he went home and lifted so many weights. But I think that had something to do with it right there, lifting that table up. I don't know. I think he injured himself last week when he was causing his fit on the Raw show. What do you think about this?
Hey, I'm no doctor, but I am seeing some straining going on with that lifting up the table. And I don't know. I think a hernia may have happened there. But this is just not a good karma for the Vision. It feels weird. You have two of the main stars. I mean, former member Seth Rollins, injured obviously, waiting for his return. And now the new face of the group also benched right in the middle of WrestleMania season. This is insane.
Yeah, no, definitely. And it's one of those things, to me, it's weird because like you said, they got hit with Seth Rollins being out and they had to, rework the plans.
Pivot.
Now Braun Breaker's out, and this was a pivot after a pivot after a pivot. I'm assuming there was a first pivot at a certain point, but to me, it's crazy to see him out. And now they're reworking this whole WrestleMania card. You see Bronson Reed is now having a feud, or not, I think it's Bronson Reed. Yeah, he's having the feud with Adam Pearce.
Yeah.
And at the same time, the Masked Man is still attacking.
He's back.
I mean, you saw him there. Logan Paul was there. It's not Logan Paul. It's not Bronson Reed. Well, apparently it's not Bronson Reed. I mean, sorry. But who can it be? Who do you think it is?
I still think they're building up to this potential Adam Pearce in-ring return for this feud. I mean, it makes no other sense where else they could go with this. Just the way that Adam Pearce has been as of late. It's a different Adam Pearce. He's
got a lot of aggression.
He feels more like heelish these days, a bit more villainous, and his way he's talking to wrestlers. That Logan Paul confrontation felt like a wrestler-to-wrestler standoff, how insanely close to face they got. Yeah. So I think it's still Adam Pearce. I think he's still causing a muck within the Vision, and I think it will pay off in that eventual Bronson Reed and whomever versus Adam Pearce and maybe LA Knight at WrestleMania. But yeah, I think it's Adam Pearce all the way. I'm not buying the Logan Paul while he was there at the scene this week. I'm not buying the whole Jake Paul rumors.
Somebody said it was Sami Zayn. I'm like, okay, Sami has way too much hair and beard to hide. I'm like, no, it's not Sami Zayn, guys.
No, totally. No, I feel like it just matches up with this new personality we're seeing with Adam Pearce, that he is the person they're leaning toward to be the one attacking the Vision. It's a very bold move, attacking Braun Breaker and Austin Theory and Logan Paul and team. But hey, here we are.
No, definitely. And well, I mean, whatever happens, I guess. I mean, I think Adam Pearce being a match at Mania is the best, most likely thing to happen.
I don't want that to happen, but
Hey, he's a former NWA World Heavyweight Champion.
Hey.
That's lineage right there.
Good for you. I just don't think. Here's my thing. WrestleMania, every year we see stars who should be in the show not getting a spot. It's always given to a legend or a returning superstar, and that's cool and all, but can we just switch things up a bit? Like, I feel like the wrestlers in the roster have been working their butts off for this spot, and they give it to a GM to wrestle in his ring return, okay, you know.
Yeah. Well, speaking of new wrestlers getting a new spotlight,
who could it be?
AJ Lee is back.
She is back.
She came out this week. She came for Becky Lynch.
Yeah.
She wants her Intercontinental title shot in the most corny way possible.
It was so corny.
AJ Lee, she's meant for a certain type of crowd. I don't know. It's just, to me, she is just not doing it for me for the promos.
It's not just you. It's me too, bro. Like the promo on Monday, from not even the promo, just from the opening of the show and the man backstage walking behind them and like, oh, AJ Lee is back, ooh, going to the ring, and their whole confrontation. It felt so cheesy and just forced. And it felt like something from a segment like 10 years ago that would have worked and not in 2026. But here we are, AJ Lee and the man. I don't see how she's earned a title shot against Becky Lynch. I mean, yes.
She pinned her at one point.
Yes, in
the last title reign, right?
And she did.
Yeah.
But in this current run, you know, she beat her in a tag team match and a Survivor Series War Games match. I don't think that equals a title shot per se, but you know.
No, definitely. To me, it's, I don't know. It is what it is. She's going to be in the company, so I guess make the best of it. That being said, I do love Becky Lynch's current heel persona.
Yeah, it's fun.
You know, the man Becky Lynch is, she's getting all, no other word to say it, she's basically doing Trump in wrestling form. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I don't just say it. Other people say it. I do this, I do that. I'm so great. Da, 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 da.
Okay.
Nonetheless, Becky Lynch's heel character is bar none top notch right now.
She found a way to refresh the man character.
Yeah.
It feels like a hybrid man and Becky, Big Time Beck's character combined. I'm all for it. It's cool. I just don't want to see this. Eventually, we're going to get to Natty and the man versus Maxine Dupree and AJ Lee at WrestleMania. Again, I feel like that spot could go to a different match. That could be a match for a Saturday night's main event, definitely, or even a Raw. But WrestleMania, I'm on the fence about it.
Yeah. Well, one person who has to make up their mind about WrestleMania is one Liv Morgan, because this week she came out to the ring with Dirty Dominic Mysterio and said, I can't speak Spanish. Speak for me, Dominic. She comes out to the ring, starts cutting a promo on Stephanie Vaquer. Vaquer comes out, and, well, she has Dirty Dom in his Dude Wipes t-shirt. I didn't get that, but it was a little bit. Anyways, calls out Stephanie Vaquer, and Dom cuts a promo on her in Spanish. At the end of it, she called her a puta.
Yeah.
You know, which isn't a good word to say in other languages, but there it is. And Stephanie went off on her and slapped Dirty Dom to the ground. What do you want this match for WrestleMania?
I know what I want. I want that T-shirt. I want that Liv Morgan Hot Girls Love Dominic Mysterio shirt.
That is a great shirt.
That's what I want the most out of this entire feud. But as far as wrestling matches go, I would love to see Stephanie Vaquer and Liv Morgan at WrestleMania. I think it is the most WrestleMania possible match out of anyone she could choose to face at the Showcase of Immortals. So I'm all for it. Like, again, we said last week, I don't see Liv and Jade. It seems boring to me. This one has more fire to it. And they're really selling it already as a WrestleMania confrontation. So I'm with it. There are people saying online, oh, well, Dirty Dom, like, turn on Liv Morgan WrestleMania.
For Vaquer?
For Vaquer. People are saying it. I don't think it will happen, but the rumor mill is already picking up.
If he turns on Liv for her, and then all of a sudden Vaquer like hits him with a move.
Yes.
And then he's just like, what? Now he's lost everything. He's lost his girl and the potential new girl.
That'd be a cool angle.
So I think that'd be cool.
It's very Dirty Dom brand if that were to happen.
But before we get to WrestleMania, we got Elimination Chamber.
Yes.
There's 2 Elimination Chambers matches set for, I guess, you know, the other WrestleMania title matches.
Yes.
On one side of things, we have Randy Orton versus LA Knight versus 4 to-be-determined names. And then the women's side of things, so we got Tiffany Stratton versus Rhea Ripley versus 4 others.
Yes.
There are some matches taking place on SmackDown this week.
That's right.
Alexa Bliss versus Julia versus Zelina Vega. And we also got Sami Zayn versus Jacob Fatu versus Raheem Rhodes. What do you think about this Elimination Chamber? Who do you hope to walk out of this? Personally speaking, I'm just going to say this right now.
Yeah.
I think Sami Zayn goes into the Elimination Chamber. I don't see Fatu and Rhodes going in there.
Okay.
Personally, I want that three-way. I want it to be get there somehow down the road.
Okay.
What do you think happens here?
So you don't think there's
It
going to be a
doesn't make
triple
sense when I
threat?
really think about it, because the winner of this gets a title match against the WWE champion.
Yeah.
So whoever wins that has to be in that.
Yes.
I guess Cody has to win.
I mean, that's what my thinking is. I mean, this is a very
I love Cody too. So.
problematic match for two guys like us because it has too many scenarios that could pop up in this encounter. But to your point, Zayn's moment will come. I think he's still being groomed for that big WrestleMania win in Saudi Arabia next year, which makes sense to kind of mirror Cody Rhodes' WrestleMania 39 journey to winning the belt the year later.
Yeah.
I think it makes more sense for this one if Fatu walks into the chamber out of this match. I think he has the most backing as far as the angle goes, where it makes sense for him to win.
No.
So I think Fatu gets in there. I think Cody Rhodes will, find his way in somehow, and we'll get that triple threat match at WrestleMania.
I'm still hoping they're the final two in the chamber and they just both knock each other out, or Drew comes out of nowhere and hits and takes them both out with the title. Because if you take out your opponents in wrestling, if there's like a #1 contendership, you take them both out, you don't have a match.
That's right.
That's heel.
That's smart.
Stupid thinking for heels.
Using your noggin. There you go.
But one person that will be having a match WrestleMania weekend, and this is one for you, Tor.
Oh my gosh.
Is one. The Sandman. ECW original. The Sandman has his final opponent set for WrestleMania weekend.
Let's go.
He's retiring after it. Who is he facing? Not Joey Janela, not Rob Van Dam, but he will be facing the Invisible Man.
John Cena?
No. The Invisible Man, who has he's been quite a fixture in Joey Janela's spring break. He's been going
that
back
Invisible Man.
No, not the Invisible Stan. Because Invisible Stan killed the Invisible Man at one point, and then they both had a match against each other.
When Marker comes out.
Yeah. He allegedly
whiteboarding.
died, the Invisible Man. But, long story short, Sandman is having a match with himself. What do you think of this as a retirement match? I know you're a huge ECW fan. I think this might be the biggest test for Sandman.
I love the beautiful, poetic way you spun that. When we were texting about that match, I replied, so Sandman's fighting himself in his last match? That's cool. I've never seen the Sandman have to perform in that manner before. So I'm actually intrigued by how he pulls that off. That takes a lot of skill to wrestle oneself, but not oneself, and pretend that you're facing someone else in the match. So it's a lot of talent.
It's the ultimate test of selling.
It's the ultimate test. I love how you phrase that. So I'm all for it. I think it's going to be so many viral moments in that.
I'm going to do everything I can to be at that show.
I mean, please, I'll go with you,
The
bro.
cluster match, where I think is like a 90-person battle royal. It's just like ridiculous. So it's taking place.
It is so over the top. I love this event.
It's taking place during the Collective at the Horseshoe in Las Vegas, WrestleMania weekend. You can probably find tickets online. So if you want to go see Sandman, just sell a lot for a good 30 minutes. There you go.
I wonder if it will end with him taking his own king shot to the head, just like X's over
They
his
have
eyes.
to figure it out somehow, like strings coming down. Well, with him coming back for his final match, there are some reports that one Benito.
Oh, let's go.
Bad Bunny, who's just coming off of his halftime show.
An
at the
electric
Super Bowl.
halftime show.
Oh my God, it was so good.
So
You had
good.
People dressed like bushes.
Oh my
running around.
gosh.
Sparks flying.
Yes.
It was great. I'll be honest, not a huge fan of the type of music Bad Bunny does. Not hating on it, just not my forte. But what is my forte is his match he had a couple years ago, WWE Backlash in Puerto Rico, in San Juan, Puerto Rico.
Oof.
This was a great match. And what I really loved about it is the fact that the fans were so into it.
Oh my.
They were screaming at the top of their lungs, singing his song coming out. And the new report by Brian Alvarez of the Wrestling Observer is saying, Bad Bunny could be back soon because apparently there's been talks AEW is trying to get him to come in. And if that's the case, WWE's not letting him go. What do you think of Benito coming back?
First and foremost, if you have never seen that match at Backlash versus Damian Priest, run to your...
Don't walk.
Don't walk.
Yeah.
Run to your screen and
Just
find
don't
it.
run with scissors like Tony Storm did this week on AEW. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, don't do that. That's dangerous. It is, if you want to hear a thunderous ovation, oh my, that crowd went off for Bad Bunny. I've never seen a pop that loud. Folks can say the Triple H Madison Square Garden pop. I don't think that pop compares to the ovation he got at Backlash. So I think he has proven himself. I recall watching his first full match at WrestleMania when him and Damian teamed up versus The Miz and Morrison. And I was like, wait, what? Is that Bad Bunny doing that maneuver and that aerial assault? So I think he has earned his stripes to be called a pro wrestler. And I think that he is so hot right now that I can't see any way possible that he will not be at WrestleMania.
He has to be there. They have to do it. Like him coming off of the Super Bowl halftime show, the entire world has got Bad Bunny on the tip of their tongue.
Bad Bunny fever, baby. Let's go.
To him not be at WrestleMania is questionable.
Yeah,
it has to happen. They got to do it, and especially if he's going to have a match, he needs to do it there. He is probably one of the best people, like you said, one of the best celebrities to enter the ring.
Yeah.
I mean, even you compare him to Logan Paul, who's doing this almost every week.
Yeah.
I think he could whoop Logan Paul.
Dude.
Book it now. Benito versus Logan Paul.
I wouldn't be mad if they revisited Bad Bunny and Dirty Dom.
Yeah.
That would be dope.
That would be good.
Yeah.
But you know what would be dope?
What's that?
Coming up on the finish, Dirty Dom as a face, the original El Grande as a heel. After the break, we step into the bizarro world of AAA Lucha Libre. Welcome back to the finish on Kor and Tor Plus and on YouTube. We talked about the main roster stuff before we went to break, but now I think it's time we shift gears a little bit and check out the world of NXT, because there's a lot of things happening, a lot of moving parts that we haven't really got into in the past couple weeks. Joe Hendry is the new NXT champion.
That's right.
And he successfully retained the title this week, defeating Jackson Drake of the Vanity Project.
Oh my.
What do you think of Jackson Drake? I don't know. I think NXT is suffering a lack of star power, and we've said this for a few weeks.
Yeah.
And it's seeming more and more apparent now because you got the main title scene. It's like Joe Hendry versus Jackson Drake. In the tag title scene, it's like OTM is the biggest name, and I'm like, who are you guys? Yeah. Are you connected to Jada Parker or not? I don't know. You guys have pretty much the same graphics. I don't know.
Same gimmick, pretty much, yeah.
But nonetheless, Joe Hendry is now the NXT champion. Do you think this is a good pick for NXT?
Him as champion?
Yeah.
I think, yes. As far as their remaining roster, he's their biggest name they have to be champion. So it made sense for him to get the strap. But to your point, this week, it felt like the most to me where I could see more apparently that, wow, NXT isn't what it used to be just a few months ago. It's changed dramatically, and I'm seeing the impact of that huge roster call-up. It just feels like there's so many gaps. It just feels not the same energy as
definitely.
more. And so it's been hard to really stay engaged in the show. When you have, these newer names being called up and you're like, who are these guys taking up so much TV time? And you have the storylines that they do have just don't have any end game to them, it seems. I'm talking about the Sol Ruka and...
we'll get into that.
Yeah, that whole thing. Yeah, we'll get into that in a little bit. But it just feels very what happened? It was like rocket ship to Mars.
Well, you know what it was? It's like...
just trained to, I don't know.
It was like this thing where NXT was the place where it was like anyone could show up at any time.
Yeah.
It's the indie stars coming and bringing a different level of wrestling to WWE. At a time when Vince was running the main roster, and it was kind of watered down up there. So we had a stark contrast between NXT and the main roster, and now it's just all the same. So you don't, and you also, at that note, you don't see the indies were everyone was taken from the indies years ago.
Yeah.
There's really not that many people left.
Yeah.
So there's not a whole lot of people that could come in.
Yeah.
But there is one person that comes to mind because he's got a lot of willpower to get him, that got him where he's at. And that's one Royce Keys.
And where has he been since the Rumble?
Well, he was at the WWE headquarters the other day.
Doing the whole, like, what's your story with Stephanie McMahon, apparently.
Signing papers.
Signing papers, what have you. I mean, I would love him in NXT. They definitely need him right now on that show because it's just missing that sauce isn't there right now.
Yeah.
It's missing that a few...
Sauce and boss.
Sauce and boss is not there. So, like, I'm hoping that Powerhouse Hobbs, to your point, it makes the most sense him to go down there.
Definitely.
You know, the main roster does not need Powerhouse Hobbs up there. It's already
Not
full.
yet,
Not yet. It's already full as it is. You know, and I think for me, the harder part of this main roster call-up is, I'm sorry, based on historical knowledge, is just knowing that most of these call-ups won't reach their fullest potential as they would have done in NXT.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about Javon Evans, who's stuck in this
Evans
endless...
from the heavens.
Evans from the heavens. I mean, he nailed a sick OG cutter.
Yeah, it was cool.
It was pretty dope, but how many times has he fought Los Americanos? Like, I've lost count. Anyway, I'm hoping for some new pulse, new like life in NXT. Hopefully that's Powerhouse Hobbs because they definitely are in need of it.
Speaking of needing some pulse in life,
yes,
Zaruka.
Please.
When will they finally split?
Man.
It's like, so this week Sol Ruka won an NXT women's title shot.
Yeah.
And Zari's just staring holes through her. They're not even friends on screen. They're so mean to each other.
No, yeah.
Like, they're just like, get out of my way, I hate you. Why are they even hanging out? At this point, I would just be like, listen, we're not getting along. I'm gonna go hang with these people over here. You go do your thing with your weird road walking and punching through a wall. I don't even know what Zarya does.
We don't get along, so we're gonna get it on.
Yeah.
Kind of vibe. Yeah, and it feels like they keep putting them in these awkward situations that make them hate each other more. Yeah. Like, I mean, that match was built on the foundation of them coming out at each other pissed. Yeah. You knew right away that Sol Ruka's going to win that match at the pinfall and cause more of a fracture in their relationship, but this has to end, man. I'm
done.
It has to be over with.
Where's the fork?
I can't get a word out. I'm so angry about this feud.
Oh.
But I'm hoping that at WrestleMania weekend, Stand Deliver, this match will finally happen.
Yeah.
And this feud will finally take off. But it's just been lagging.
If you had a lack of words for that, I'm going to flip your world
right
upside down because we are going to the bizarre world of AAA Lucha Libre.
Let's go.
I watched AAA this week on YouTube for the first time, their weekly episode. It was fun. I liked it. The only thing I thought was weird is Dirty Dominic, a total face.
Yeah.
Like, he comes out, the entire fans are for him. They hate Vikingo.
Yeah, they hate that guy.
Which I'm like, all right, whatever. Dirty Dom's the face down there.
Yeah.
But the thing that got me is this El Grande Americano thing going on down there. It's just more of this lackluster feud that should really be propelled into like a main event scene.
Yeah.
You got Chad Gable, Ludwig Kaiser, both ends. I know it's you guys, don't play with me.
That's not confirmed, people, just based off speculation.
Allegedly. So, I mean, it's just, to me, they're just treading water now.
Yeah.
The original El Grande came out this week, and he took Ludwig's place in the Reina Del Rey's qualifier match.
Yes, yeah.
So I don't know. It's crazy to me. And on top of that, Dirty Dom could be putting his hair on the line.
Yeah.
What is going on down here? You cannot cut Dom's hair. It is beautiful. I'm sorry. Look how soft that looks.
The second they said it was a hair versus hair match, I'm like, okay, so Dom's going to win this match.
He didn't say it was a hair versus hair match. Vikingo challenged Dom to put his hair on the line while Dom is putting his title on the line as well.
Hair versus title match.
Hair and title versus nothing.
Versus nothing. But the point is, like, when I heard the hair component to it, I knew, like, Dom's not going to lose this match because his hair is his
livelihood. Yeah.
That's his livelihood. That's his paycheck. That's his brand. So it does make sense for him to keep that. I do love, though, that, like, Dom hasn't changed his persona. He's still trash talking, sleazy Dom. The fans just love him down there.
Yeah.
He hasn't changed any kind of like rhythm about himself. He just is what he is. But it does remind me, though, of back in the day, I'm showing my age here, in USWA, when we saw the first Mr. McMahon character in like '93, I want to say,
yeah.
during that whole Bret Hart and Jerry Lawler feud. And where Bret Hart, when he was down south, he played the heel. Lawler was the face, but on the main roster up north, Hart's the good guy and Lawler's the bad guy. So this whole like re-pivoting who is the one to cheer for is always a fun thing to see when it's done in different territories.
Yeah, definitely.
Coming up on the finish, hey, even the Showcase of Immortals has its hiccups. We're listing the most unforgettable WrestleMania moments. Coming up.
Welcome back to the finish on Kor and Tor Plus and YouTube. So this week there have been reports coming out that, you know, if you're going to Vegas, don't plan on watching the show at a local bar or casino, because a lot of reports are suggesting that WWE has asked that bars and casinos not show WrestleMania 42 during their show, because I guess they're talking about ticket sales slumping a little bit. So I mean, I don't know. It's kind of lame, because I wanted to sit in a casino and get served free drinks while watching WrestleMania. But you know, that kind of left a bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah.
That's why this week we're gonna look back at the worst WrestleMania moments in the Finish 4. All right. So there's multiple WrestleMania moments that are just straight up bad.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you start this list off.
Oof. This one is going to be bad. And it's going to be ugly.
Yeah.
This one, I'm going to go back to the peak of COVID.
WrestleMania 36.
WrestleMania 36, night 1, March 25th, where we were treated to a match that saw the battle of the body slams versus the tackles. And it was Braun Strowman versus Goldberg for the championship match.
This must have been a great match.
Oof, this was so bad. Now, the original match was supposed to be Goldberg versus Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns took a medical leave, personal leave that year, and we got Braun versus Goldberg in a very rushed encounter.
Well, I mean, I'll say this. He was taken out because it was, you know, COVID. He's just coming back from battling leukemia. They were worried that, you know, this could hurt Roman.
Absolutely.
So, like, the pivot is one, sure.
It was all first. I'm not even arguing that. It was great safety precautions, absolutely.
But the result.
But the match itself, Braun and Goldberg, was a cluster. It was, I think, maybe 2 or 3 minutes of a match. It was just slams and tackles and slams, and Braun won.
Okay.
It was pretty bad, very forgettable, and I don't know to this day why that match had to happen.
You say that was forgettable, but there's something that I'm thinking of that was just unforgettable.
Yes.
I'm going to go back to 1999.
Oof.
It's WrestleMania 15. Butterbean versus Bart Gunn in the Brawl for All finals. This match should not have happened.
Oh, man.
You know, Vince McMahon booked this shoot fight tournament with a lot of their stars. Some people pulling out even before getting to the second round. Like, is it Dan the Beast Severn said he didn't want to do it because he didn't want to come across as a fake fighter.
Yeah.
But Bart Gunn shot his way to the finals. And then what happens? Butterbean goes out there and kills him in like less than a minute.
Man.
And this was just the worst thing to see, because it killed Bart Gunn's career, former tag team partner of Billy Gunn. And it was just a weird segment a weird match that just kind of culminated the Brawl for All. That was also weird. And it just was all unnecessary.
And it went nowhere.
Yeah,
from
exactly.
there.
Like, he just had this match and it was like, all right, like, what did you win? Like, what did he win if he was to beat Butterbean? There was no, like, you get a title shot.
No.
You get a trophy. No, it was just like, you beat up a guy named Butterbean.
Yeah, you're the toughest guy. Yeah.
He's pretty big, Butterbean.
I mean, he's a pretty big guy, but for Bart Gunn, man, it killed his career.
Yeah.
There was no coming back for him. So that was pretty sad. But what's even sadder for me was this match at WrestleMania 12 in 1996, where we saw the return of the Ultimate Warrior against Triple against Triple H, then Hunter Hearst Helmsley, the pedigree, the British blue blood at that time.
I forgot he was paired with Sable at one point.
He was paired with Sable during this time. And this was a squash, to say the least. Ultimate Warrior, no so the pedigree, got right back, nothing happened, did his old, tricks some moves, and won this match, his big return. But the thing is that he came in his match and he was out of the Federation within like 4 months. So it was the shortest return. Hunter Hearst Helmsley, his career was ended by this match, obviously. Did nothing after this one.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Never went anywhere.
Never went anywhere. But for me, it's also cool to see that like Triple H, in his career fought Hogan and Ultimate Warrior, two WrestleMania legends.
Undertaker too.
Undertaker. So like, hey man, let's go. But yeah, Warrior and Triple H.
Did Warrior then go on to WCW?
Yes.
To form the OWN, One Warrior Nation.
Gosh.
I'm gonna stand in a mirror and scare Hulk Hogan. You can't see me, Hogan. Ooh, but the fan, it's dumb.
Speaking of forgettable.
Speaking of forgettable, I'm gonna go back 1993, WrestleMania 9. I watched this live.
Oh.
Never should have happened.
No.
Hulk Hogan defeating Yokozuna to win the WWF Championship. This was also in Las Vegas.
Yes.
Was it the Caesars Palace?
Yes.
It was Caesars Palace. They built the arena
They
just
built
like they
it,
did for the Royal Rumble this year.
Yeah, yeah.
And so Bret Hart loses to Yokozuna, I believe, after getting the sand to the eyes, or the salt to the eyes. And he gets pinned, and all of a sudden Hogan comes out and he's like, "No, brother, I'm gonna go out there." He came out with a black eye, by the way.
Yes.
So if anyone knows that story, oh yeah, brother.
It's well documented everywhere. Look it up.
Macho story.
Yes.
But he come out with the black eye, says, "Bret Hart, I'm gonna go win this match for you and for all the Hulkamaniacs out there," and beat Yokozuna in like a minute or two. Like, I know Yokozuna the next year had, his Mania win, but this was just so bad. And everyone, I hated Hogan for that, even when I was like, how old was I? I was 5, I was 6.
Yeah, man.
And I hated Hulk Hogan for this, even though I was a big Hulk Hogan mark. So
this was probably one of the more cringiest endings to WrestleMania, one of the more embarrassing ones where fans were like, why did Hogan just come in here and just steal Bret Hart's moment?
Definitely.
And put the belt right back on himself when he's not needed anymore as the top guy.
It just wasn't going to work for him, brother.
And brother.
That leads us to our question of the week. What do you think is the worst WrestleMania moment of all time? Let us know on X @_TheFinish. I think that does it here for us today on The Finish. I'm Corey Smith.
And I'm Tor Smith.
We'll see you next time. Take care.
Rock on.